String of Luka Doncic, and those eyes include those of our buddy Brian Windhorst, who's up early with us. Wendy, what do we know about Luka's injury?
Yeah, he's going into the MRI. He'll get an evaluation today. Really this comes down to, is this a mild strain of first degree? If that's the case, the All-Star break comes next week. He could be back without missing too many games. If it's a more serious grade 2, now you've got a bigger problem. Luka does have a history of these types of leg injuries. In fact, he's missed 8 games this year with leg injuries. The Lakers are 4-4 in those games. Obviously, when he plays, they're much improved. I will say, Austin Reeves coming back, he literally just came back for the last 2 games, is it's serendipitous because they have this ability to switch to the sort of Austin LeBron-led offense, so they should be able to weather some storm. But obviously, if he's out long-term, I will point out the Lakers just 1 game clear of the play-in zone. One big positive, they are at the beginning of an 8-game homestand. They don't even play on the road for the next 3 weeks. So they are in a home portion of their schedule, should help them weather this a little bit.
We just never get a chance to see LeBron and Luka and Reeves together. They've only been on the floor together at any points for 10 different games this season, and last night it was only for a little while. Okay, Wendy, the trade deadline comes and goes. Giannis remains in Milwaukee. In the big picture, what does that mean?
It means that the Bucks were not given an offer that they felt that they couldn't say no to. And regardless of how anybody wants to say it, the Bucks were engaged in trade talks for Giannis. So they can sell it however they want it. And if they had gotten an offer, I think that they were blown away what they would have done it. But 2 things. One, I don't think Giannis forced it. And, Giannis didn't force it, the Bucks don't have to do anything. The second thing is, if you just tactically look at the situation, they will probably get better offers in the summer. And so those 2 things led them to do this. The big question for me now, how do they handle the rest of the season with Giannis? Giannis has this calf injury. They have not put a timetable on his return. The Bucks' best strategy is to lose as many games as possible, to get their draft pick up as high as possible, to either rebuild around Giannis or trade that pick. And so we will see how they handle the rest of the season.
For whatever it's worth, can we just quickly put up A44? Because Giannis went on social media 30 minutes after the trade deadline and posted, "Legends don't chase, they attract." Bart doesn't look. You're giving me the side eye on that one. Why are you looking at me? I didn't post it. I just read it.
It's only because the Knicks said no to Thanasis.
Okay. Okay. Let me get Windy.
Dude.
One more for the Windman. Ja Morant, also not traded yesterday. He's become such an interesting person to me. He's 26 years old and so talented, but we all understand all of the baggage. What should we take from the fact that he didn't get traded yesterday?
When I say he has no value, I don't even think that's accurate. I think he's got what they call in the league negative value. And what that means is teams were not willing to take Ja Morant unless the Grizzlies also attach draft compensation. In other words, you have to pay us to take him. And I know that this is a stunning thing for the Ja Morant fans out there. It's a stunning thing when I talk to his fellow NBA players about it because they know how talented he is. The issue is just this: between the suspensions, the injuries, and the issues with the coaches, he has missed so many games. Secondly, he is at his best when he gets right there into that restricted area in that paint. He's never done it less. He's never taken more jump shots, and he's never been worse at those jump shots. So his play is bad, his off-court issues are bad, and he's got 2 years and $87 million left on his contract. If he had 1 year on his contract, I think there'd be some teams who would say, we're going to do a buy low here. The 2 years on his contract has literally made his situation toxic. The pathway forward for him is to play excellent basketball for the Grizzlies on the stretch, and then he should have some options. He has actually been playing better over the last month, but the actions of the rest of the league and their no interest in him demonstrate where his value is right now.
That's exactly right. Don't pay attention to what people say. Just pay attention to what they do. And in this case, no one was willing to do anything. Wendy, stay close by. We'll have you all morning long. I need to see it. Guys, stay with me on this. LeBron and the Lakers hosting the Sixers. First, we got a little eye candy for you from the 41-year-old LeBron James. Bart, look at him run the floor.
Listen, he still got it. He still is LeBron James in spurts.
That's nice.
On the,
Like
other
new
side,
haircut, too.
on the other side, Quentin Grimes. Oh, my gosh. Get up.
Heavens.
That man got a family.
In the face of Jake LaRavia. But then here's the moment I'm talking about. Pay no attention to anything but Luka Doncic. Keep an eye on him there. Not getting back on defense. This time he has a very good reason for it. Take a look. Obvious discomfort, grabbing for the hamstring, hobbling off into the locker room. We'll have an update in a minute. Lakers down 8 at the half. Let's show you what then happens. It's Austin Reeves. Back from injury and playing great, knocking down a 3. He would score 35 off the bench.
Listen, he's the key. He's the catalyst for this team. He's the guy that can get a bucket on his own.
And then, Harry, how about this? Marcus Smart throw it up. LeBron throw it down.
41 my ass. LeBron James.
LeBron had
Check the
17
birth
and 10.
certificate.
But wait a minute. Sixers are down by 8. Then watch what happens here. Tyrese Maxey with a bucket. Then LeBron James is going to do what Drake May can't do. He's going to throw an interception. DJ Edgecombe, all of a sudden, 5 points from Philly in that flurry. It's a
LeBron
3-point game.
James.
20 seconds remaining. Lakers by 2. Rui Hachimura with the dagger dunk.
There we go.
Let's talk about the Chicago Bulls. They traded away Nikola Vucevic, Ayo Dosunmu, Kevin Huerter, and Kobe White. They have acquired Jaden Ivey, Rob Dillingham, Colin Sexton, Anthony Simons. Are you guys sensing a theme here? And a couple of second-round picks as well. The Bulls, they've revamped their roster ahead of this deadline. Arturis clearly has a vision for this team, and I guess the vision is a whole lot of backcourt.
It's a 6'4" and under team.
Okay.
Small ball.
So I can suit up?
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
My man AK in Chicago. You know what? They've been in the play-in. Right now they're in 10th place. Charlotte is right on them, and I think he's trying to shake things up, getting picks. They don't have any front court, so they obviously have the guard position covered, but they need some front court.
Fully covered.
And they have a young wing in Bazulis, who's a good young talent.
All right, so they have 7 guards on their roster, 6, right, that could see significant playing time here. Bobby, can you just make sense of the Bulls' vision? Because I know there are Chicago fans who have questions right now.
Well, I'm not going to tap dance around the set in approval here for what Chicago did. Listen, they turned all their expiring contracts into 9 second-round picks, including one from New Orleans this year, which could be an extension of the first round in 31 or 32. Rob Dillingham, they're going to take a flyer on, right? Former lottery pick. Jaden Ivey, former lottery pick. You're basically taking distressed assets that were with other teams, and you're going to try to shiny them up and see if you can get some value out of them. But as Coach said, there's nobody there for that front court. They picked up Nick Richards, but they've got no size for that Chicago team.
With all due respect, I've got no idea what they're doing. They traded for guys who are free agents. Are they going to sign Jaden Ivey? I assume he's restricted.
Yeah.
I assume they're going to sign him. They traded for Anthony Simons. Are they going to sign him? I don't know. It's a good time to tank, but they're too far away from the big-time tankers, so they can't really get down. And this team isn't built to win short term, unless you think I'm wrong. Do you think they're built to win short term?
No, they're not.
Okay, so if they're not built to win short term and they're not in position to tank, and they traded for a bunch of guards, all of whom can't play, I don't know what they're doing.
Grooming time for Buzelis, maybe? I don't know. I mean, small ball is the league today. This is another definition or another tier of small ball. I don't think this is designed to win right now. But you can groom some of those other young pieces maybe, but they might be using these pieces to flip at some point this summer. I don't know, but I'm with Wendy. I'm just as confused as everybody.
I mean, they could, but most of these guys are free agents. They've got cap space in a bad market. As Brian said, it might be too late to tank.
Yeah, they've won too many games.
All right, is there any silver lining here for the Bulls? This feels like conversations we've had over the last couple of years has been decades, maybe. It's been a little doom and gloom.
I don't know how they're going to fit all. I'm looking forward to Billy Donovan's first press conference, to be honest with you, to see what his plan is. I will say this, like literally for years, they didn't acquire draft picks. And so now they acquire draft picks, so that's good. But they didn't get any. There was like 6 or 7 firsts traded this week, and none of them were to Chicago. Look, they're taking action for the last few years. They feel like they hadn't taken action. I still don't know action can be confused for direction. I don't think those have gone together yet. Maybe I'm not seeing it, and I'll apologize later.
Used for direction, Coach. If
Sounds like John Wooden. Don't mistake activity for achievement.
I think that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, there you go, Coach. You said sometimes you're in these meetings, sometimes you're getting the call. You got this call, Coach. Here you go. Here's your roster that you're going to be rolling out for the rest of the season. And you are thinking, what?
94 minutes of hell. I'm going to pick up. I'm going to play fast. I'm going to let my guards attack. I think the worst place to be in the NBA is to be 10th place.
Okay.
And that's where Chicago has lived for the last 3 years.
Yes.
So if you can't go from 10th to 5th, 4th, well, let's try to go from 10th to the bottom. And I'm not saying that's what AK's plan is here, but they're going to have a hard time moving from where they're at right now. I mentioned Charlotte right behind them, playing some of the best basketball in the NBA. But, yeah, Billy will have his hands full. My guy, Wes